So I'll start with the RV one, just
Yeah, I'm
because.
just starting to look at that one right now.
Oh,
So
you are okay.
yeah,
But I don't know if we want to do like 25,000 for each of these or something.
they own Jellystone Park at Milton. Is that Milton, Wisconsin?
I don't know. I didn't see that.
It's on page 18. There's that one Jellystone Park between Milton and Fort Atkinson along 26.
Yeah, they might.
No, it's Milton, Pennsylvania.
Okay, I'd say that'd be crazy.
That would be, yeah, that would be. Oh, they own the one. Oh, they own the one in Warrens though.
Yeah,
That's that one right along the interstate, isn't it? Or
I'm not sure actually. I don't know. I didn't look at some of those current holdings. I just kind of looked through the rest of the deck and all that stuff.
wow, total capitalization on that one property is $40 million in Warrens. Wow, wow.
Is that the one you're thinking of though? Is that with Warrens, Wisconsin, or no?
Yeah.
Oh, We've been introduced to a lot of people the last year, but especially like the last 6 weeks, 8 weeks. And we've been taking, every meeting we can get. We're looking at, okay, if we want to start our own family office and, our true setup as a family office, what that would look like. We're looking at potentially, working with some of their investment partners, and in those scenarios, potentially making some investments in their projects, whether it's as a limited partner, and we set up a fund, or as a general partner and we set up our own fund. So yeah, I don't know if we just high level looking at these. I don't know if we're wanting to do like 25,000 for each of them, just to, if we want to do it through SG Realty, or, and I mean Sarah would want to have to put money in too, which would be a small amount. I mean, if it's $50,000 total, it'd be what, 2,500 from her is all. So
23,750. So she'd have $2,500 to put in.
yeah. Well, and we can just do a quick analysis on what it would be, take their numbers and with, a quick analysis of what it'd be for us to over the next, 3 to 10 years as well, coming from each of the deals, a quick spreadsheet. So, okay.
All right. Sounds good. Anything else?
No, nothing. I'll let you know how that family office meeting goes tonight.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right. Love you. Bye.
Bye.
When you start the video, so at the start of the video, it's less jarring than when it happens in the middle of the video, but
Right.
it still can be
Right.
kind of confusing.
And then later that week, which that's fine, but then also still like, okay, can we? So again, we might have to be creative with like you might have to leave, or you might have to ask me, hey, what do you want that to be called on the, but I mean it'd be something like date and time, and then I mean it's like right here he's got like where he's at, and so I mean it could be refinance property meeting, or whatever, right?
Whatever
And,
you're doing.
yes, Janesville, Wisconsin, and then but then like when we all those times that we were out in Elkhorn, it would have been like if we would have had a little stamp Elkhorn, Wisconsin.
Yeah.
When the first time Ava's on here, like it could pop up Ava Lancaster, Spaulding Group controller, right? So that people have like an idea of
who she is, because she's kind of just thrown in there, and people are like,
yep. So like right here we could have done the time, date, Janesville, Wisconsin. Yeah, Janesville, airport.
Yeah.
Private flight to Columbus, Ohio. All right, so Ballin with Spauldin this week, right? Do we have any footage for that right now?
I don't think so.
All right.
I mean, we might have like
Obviously, so what's coming today?
Yeah.
Parts of this. All right, Want to Know Wednesday.
We have that one we filmed last
Yep.
week.
Yep.
So I just worked on that Friday.
Okay.
So it's almost done.
Okay.
Maybe another hour today.
I think what we can use for Ballin with Spauldin too is even a 30-second to a minute clip from the Want to Know Wednesday, or chopped up or something, and put it in there, and then again cross-marketing it. So that's done though. Then Thursday event. What do you want to talk about with that? Just as far as logistics and stuff.
Just how are we going about getting there? Am I meeting you at your house?
Yeah. So let me look. All right. I'm gonna reply to all this email with you in there too. All right. So I just asked them. I thought there's just like a security pass that we need or something. So that's why they needed to know name. And then I just asked what time does it start and what time he wants us there. So I think the plan is we have to figure out memory cards. We have to figure out the stuff so that we can be continuously recording. I don't know if it's a 2-hour thing or a 3-hour thing or a 4-hour thing or whatever, but that'll give us a lot of content for Want to Know Wednesday might come out of there, and Ballin with Spauldin obviously can be part of that stuff.
How long is it supposed to be?
I don't know, so I asked them that. So right now I've got us being there at 6. So I think what we'll end up doing is whatever time we need to be there by, we'll meet in Johnson Creek about an hour before. So we'll just have to figure that out. And then we can ride together from the park and ride at Johnson Creek, ride over, and then you'll just track mileage and what you normally do. Something that I want to do on Friday, I want to do a webinar at 1:30. Central Standard Time. It'll be like an hour and a half webinar. I'm going to get like a landing page set up on ClickFunnels real quick. I don't know if I'll need any art or not from you.
Okay.
So what I want to do with the webinar is I'm going to start promoting it kind of on my Instagram and stuff today, just through, no art or anything. Mm-hmm. Get the landing page done. I'll, get the landing page out there. But what I want to be able to do with this is obviously broadcast it live through a webinar software that I have. I think it's called Webinar Jam or whatever. I want to be able to also record it so that we can share it with people who missed it or whatever.
Right.
But also create it, and then I can add it to my store for later as well.
And wanting to move in on Friday. That's Section 8 inspection for tomorrow. So if that passes, she'll move in on Friday. We had another application come through over the weekend. So I don't think that screening was good though. It was the rent to income ratio was off. So I have Ryan following up with that applicant just to confirm that all that information was correct before I go ahead and deny. So there's been a lot of leads too, which is consistent at Springdale. So I think just making way on that. But again, Ryan's part-time, so it's kind of difficult to have things scheduled. And then this week I'm not having Becky scheduled for a whole lot. I really just want her to focus on the office, get comfortable. And this week it's by appointment only, so that she's not bombarded with everybody coming in.
The actual full rent.
And then where are we at? All of our lease renewals are out through December
31st, yeah.
which is awesome. And we've already had several rolling back in, so that's great.
Yeah.
Do we know how many move-ups do we have out of that, or not any yet? Or?
I haven't received any intent to vacates for November, December, but there are 30s. So technically they would have to give me, if they're moving out November 30th, they would have to give me notice by the end of this month. Yeah. So I'll be able to give you more accurate towards the end of the month, because typically they won't give you a ton of notice.
How many rent-ready units do we have, and do we know that they're rent-ready? Meaning if someone came in today, could rent it?
I'd have to verify. I can't specifically
I thought
say.
for sure there was 3. I want to say 5, but for sure 3. I know there was like miscellaneous items like blinds. There was a dishwasher in one that was getting delivered Thursday. I think there was a fridge too that was getting delivered in the same delivery of Grand coming on Thursday.
Hey, Kirk. It's Danny and Justin here.
Hey, Kirk.
Hey,
How are you, man?
I'm pretty good. How about
Good. Yeah, I just wanted to catch up. So content-wise, we just hired another content creator that's working remote, going to start 10 hours a week, and then hopefully ramp up to be a full-time remote employee. Obviously, we got Danny, who he's shooting the content. He's been putting together basically everything. It's been a one-man show, and historically, it's always been a one-man show. Now we're to the point where we're doing, we're doing Ballin with Spaulding. We're doing Want to Know Wednesday, and we're also wanting to get more 30-second to minute and a half videos for YouTube Shorts and TikTok and Instagram. So I think that what we'll end up doing on our end is we'll get you a Spaulding Group email and get you access to Teams, and then that way it's easier for you to access our raw content and stuff like that. And then I guess are you ready to get started and rock and rolling this week, or maybe you already have and I don't even know about it, but.
Yeah, so I've already been going a little bit on the videos that Danny sent me, but
cool.
That would be great if we could get that email set up so that way I can have direct access, and then Danny doesn't have to upload all the stuff himself.
So we'll do that, and then we'll get me, you, and Danny in a Teams, Microsoft Teams as well. We use that. That's where Danny and I chat the most and stuff like that, so that we can just kind of keep a dialogue going there. And I think that's really it. And I think maybe this first batch and stuff, you can send over to me, and we can kind of go from there. Another thing that I might start putting on your plate is I'm doing a little bit of advertising for some more personal products of my brand. And so if I'm putting have you ever worked with ClickFunnels by chance or no?
I haven't.
Okay. I guess it's not as much you working with ClickFunnels as it is creating some of the media that has to sometimes go in there, whether it's stills or the videos. So at some point, maybe me and you can link up maybe next week on some of that stuff. All right. I'm excited. This is cool. Yeah. And I hope, Kirk, that this works, and I hope that we can bring you on to do, to be a bigger role and stuff like that.
Yeah, me as well. I greatly appreciate you giving me the opportunity to do video editing and stuff. It's one of the things I've always loved doing, along with graphic design. So anything really computer-related, software or hardware, to be honest,
awesome.
I really like doing so.
Awesome, cool. We will. We'll talk to you. Thank you. So is this for budgets that we're looking at right now?
This is for to look in the future how we're going to be working.
Okay, so lease renewals.
Exactly. So
Okay.
this is for lease renewals
Yes,
or
okay.
for any projections that we want to make.
Yep.
Say that we experience high interest rates. Then we see where our revenue needs to be.
We're picking up on the discussion from a couple weeks ago that we had
Yes,
about
yes.
just different scenarios and going
And I
forward.
think we
Yeah.
can build on that.
Okay. That meeting with Paul and Ava was great. Paul is off to a great start. He's been with us for 3 or 4 weeks now. He's been creating different models and just creating tools that we can start to look at things from an asset management standpoint.
Heard a little bit about Scott and you guys' great exit in the vet, and obviously that's what had connected us. There's certainly some commonalities here. So
Yeah, for sure. Awesome. It's good to be here today.
yeah, thank you for coming. So secured the first location. That was an acquisition of a kennel in Cypress, Texas. There's some particularities of the Texas market that we really like. 3-to-1 dogs to humans, as an example. Lots of doggy daycare and kenneling opportunities.
No kidding, that's the demographic. 3 times
Yeah.
dogs for every person in Texas.
So Texas is called the pet capital of the world.
I have never heard that before. That's incredible.
Yeah. So this is why it's such a good market, is because there's a 3-to-1 ratio. So our target market is millennials, and millennials here in Houston, Austin, and Dallas are actually reaching this 3-to-1 ratio because instead of having kids, they're choosing to have a dog as their kid.
One of these relationships, a new relationship, there's an opportunity down in Texas, and actually I can't really talk about it. So that's really all there is. I'm not going to say anything more about that one.